There's one thing I'm confidently good at in Tarkov: bolt action sniping. For the 5,000 hours I've played this game, a lot of those I've spent as a bolty sniper. And the one question I consistently get asked is, what's my one best tip for sniping? So in this video, instead of giving you guys one, I'm giving you guys all of it. I'm finally going to share with you everything I've learned over the years I've sniped in Tarkov in 4 chapters. Patience, enjoying the stock, getting creative with angles, and dealing with losing. But if you can't stay on this video for at least 5 minutes without clicking off, then maybe sniping isn't for you, because the first lesson we're going to tackle is patience. Throughout this video, we're going to go through sniper engagements I've had in the last couple of weeks, and we're going to break down each into 4 simple phases. First, target acquisition, then the setup, execution, and if we don't get the kill in step 3, reposition. For this first one, we're in Lighthouse. As we begin the raid, my priority is to avoid dying to other spawns from the get-go and then focus on target acquisition. Oh, shoot. I'm worried about... No. I was thinking of going right. The problem with going all the way right is people up top might catch me here if they go up there. So what I'm thinking right now is I want to clear this side first. When I say clear, I want to make sure I'm clear. I'm not trying to just like YOLO headshot everyone. I'm looking up top here and using my peripheral as well to look right there. I see someone moving right there. That's a scav. Okay, I think we moved. Now that the scav's there, he should alert us if someone's nearby. I use scavs a lot to help me find targets. Keeping them alive acts as an alarm system. Either if they start shooting someone or if someone shoots them, should alert us immediately of a PMC nearby. This also allows me to hold other angles. And within a couple minutes of keeping that scav alive, I hear this. Holy crap, that was a sniper by the water. Our target is now half acquired. We just need visual of him. But I do have a good idea of his general position. And this is where our first lesson of patience comes in. Because there's no need to rush. There's a temptation to move up closer to the shots to get a better view. But instead, I need to stay calm, analyze the info I have, and proceed to step 2, the setup. This is where I decide as to where to position myself for a snipe. It sounded like he was waterside. It almost sounded like he was like in the lighthouse, but obviously he's not there. So he has to be on the shore. He didn't kill that scav. Oh. Scav shooting again. I try to get a better angle here. With even more info gathered, I'm ready to set myself up for an even better position. Choosing an angle to commit to is guesswork, hoping that the angle I choose is exactly where my opponent will come across. Sometimes I'm wrong, sometimes I'm right. But the more practice I get, the better I get at this guesswork. A big factor as well of committing to a certain sniper position is making sure that I can cover my body from as many angles as possible from my flanks. Making sure I don't get counter-sniped from behind. So as much as possible, I like to stay in little crevices. That is wild. I don't know where this guy's sniping from. Oh, I see him. He's on the rock. I'm gonna go 100 meters here. Right there. I need him to stop moving though. I'm gonna go back to 50 meters. But, he's going right to left. Let's go to the original position. After almost losing him for a moment, he shoots again. Oh wait, no. He's still there. He's still at the rocks, actually. He decided to go back. I thought I heard bushes. I was wrong. Oh, there he is. And this is where patience truly sets in. I don't have the best mechanical aim, so instead of trying to hit a 50-50 moving target, I'm gonna wait for the easiest shot possible. That means a full stop. He's gonna stop eventually. He's gonna stop behind this crate. Told you. Like I said, patience. It's the superpower of sniping. And to further elaborate on the power of patience when bolty sniping, here's another engagement where I was initially setting up for another target, but on the way there, I hear something else next to me. Oh, what the fluff? This dude's sniping the... I think he's trying to snipe the rogues from this house, from the beach house. Again, there's no need to rush. So I approach the info slowly, analyzing where to set myself up. Unsuppressed ammo. Let's focus on this guy. This guy's closer. All I have to do now is chill till he pops up and wait for the easiest shot possible. Getting trigger happy is the last thing I need to do as a sniper. I don't know which house he's at. He's trying to get an angle on something. Was there loot back there? If you have a hunch that there's a chance your target's gonna go for a full stop, wait for that moment. It's not gonna happen all the time, but it does happen more often than you think. One of the most common things I hear from others is, I don't have the patience for sniping. Which is fair, because I didn't either in the beginning. That's until I found fun in the stalk. You see, everything changes the moment I bring out a bolty. It's a completely different playstyle from the usual. The pace slows down significantly. Some raids, you'll find me stalking one single PMC the whole raid, and the build up to getting that one snipe is more than enough to keep me satisfied. And this raid in customs that you're about to see is a perfect example of that. Straight out of spawn, I ran straight for 2-story dorms, one of my favorite spots to snipe at. Unfortunately, we didn't find any PMCs in the area for this raid, but then I did hear these shots going down towards Fortress. So much going on. Is that Fortress maybe? I might rotate to that. And that's exactly what I did. Now that I've acquired a target I want to stalk, I planned out my setup. We're coming from here, 2-story dorms, and this is where I want to be, Fortress, where I think my target is at. The quickest way to get there is just simply through here. And I'll have an angle on Fortress already. I could even use this area called Skeleton. I can get to the second floor and snipe, but the problem is this place is kind of out in the open and I can get attacked from multiple angles, pretty much from all over. So instead of doing all this, I'm going to double back a bit, take a longer route into this warehouse where there's a sniper angle in this corner that looks over Fortress. If I see him there, attempt a shot. If not, I'm going to reroute and get a little closer to the gas station, into the train tracks, just at the flank of Fortress to get another angle on him. I feel safer with this plan because versus this area where I'm kind of in the middle of the map, if I work around this zone, I'm more towards the edge of the map, so less angles to worry about. So that's the idea behind it. So it's time for the execution phase. I get into the warehouse and set myself up in the planned sniper angle. And within about 30 seconds of being here, I see our target. They're there. We got someone. He's a machine gun side. The plan now is to get patient and wait for the easiest shot possible. I don't want to pull the trigger and miss, or there's a big possibility of making him panic and leaving the area. Ultimately, losing him. I gotta practice the patience I've been preaching and just wait. After about a full minute of holding this angle, I finally see him again, transitioning into the corner room of the fortress. It looks like he's just looting. With this in mind, it's time to move to step 4, the reposition. I decided to take this time of him looting to get an even better angle. There's still a handful of jackets and boxes to loot in that room, so I have time. I'm just not happy with the limited angles I was getting in the initial spot in the warehouse. So as planned earlier, I got a bit closer. Riskier, but a better view of him. They're upstairs now. It's 2. That's a player scav. I think the player's upstairs. I thought he turned the corner. I'm getting greedy. I should have waited. I broke my own rule and paid for it. My lack of patience led to 2 missed shots and the potential of losing my target. Luckily, it does seem like this guy has no idea where the shots initially came from. While he tucks in a corner, I take this time to make another adjustment. Since this guy is moving a lot, I took a prone angle in front of the train this time, so I could actually aim down my sights longer without losing arm stamina. I got greedy. I should have waited for a better shot. I made him panic. He moved again. There he is. He's upstairs. Come on, stop moving. Oh, I think he saw me. Stop moving. Come on, come on. I'm extremely lucky he didn't run off or spot me. At this point, I can't make a mistake now. This time, I'm only pulling the trigger if it's a short kill. But then, I have some trouble. There's a player's cap to my right, chat. You see that? This player's still here. Dude, it's player scav heaven right now. Where's the PMC? We should just let him in. Let him fight the player. Oh. Stop. Yes! Then it worked out. Letting the scav live worked out. Then we chased that guy for so long. Again, chat, going back. The satisfaction of sniping is just stalking one guy for like 10 minutes and he's not even geared, chat. That's why I love sniping. They can be a Timmy and it'll still feel good. I was obviously ecstatic about this. It's little things in this sniping journey that gets me going. From the guesswork of his initial location when we first heard his gunshots, to attempting the first angle, then adjusting on the fly, to finally getting the kill. It's truly in the stalk where I find the fun, making the patience worthwhile. It's that thrill of the chase. Once you've learned these two things, the patience and enjoying the hunt, this is where things start to open up and where the fun multiplies. Because next, we're gonna get creative with our angles. I'm back in Lighthouse and just a few minutes after spawning in, I get a target. Ooh, is that a sniper? Sounds like a cross the road, opposite hill of me. All right, let me think how I want to approach this. I could snipe from the landing stage house, or I could keep running until I get to the other side and maybe get a reverse angle on them. I don't see them from here. And in my experience, it's super easy to spot players on my side of the map from their angle, so I gotta be careful. Here's the final plan I came up with. We are roughly somewhere here, and the enemies are roughly in this zone right here. This is kind of a high mountaintop, and they have a really good angle on my side of the map, as I mentioned earlier. So my plan is to kind of line the shoreline and keep running until I find a good sniper angle, and if I have time, maybe a full flank behind them. There is kind of a defilade here that I can hide behind. It's kind of like a little bit of a hill that'll cover me, so I gotta make sure I'm always behind that. So I started to make a run for it using the defilade as cover. I was thinking of getting into this house to the right, but I was worried about getting spotted as I try to get in there. But just as I make it past the house, someone finds me. I just dropped someone. Not sure if he was chasing me or not. The sniper's still alive though. This might have been a teammate, I'm not sure. As I kept making my advance, I end up seeing a couple of houses I thought I could get a cheeky angle in. I've never tried sniping from here before, but it was worth a shot, thinking no one would expect me to be here. Oh, I see one. This is perfect. Come on, stop moving. Moments like this, always remember patience. I think there's a loud SP98. He's gonna stop moving eventually. We just gotta chill. He's gonna stop moving. Trust. May take a while, but he will eventually stop. Yeah, he thinks he's stealth here. Told you he'd eventually stop moving. Had to be patient. The goal of every sniper engagement is to have a perfectly lined up shot on your opponent without him knowing where you are. Being compromised is a sniper's worst enemy, which is exactly why it's in the angles where the power of sniping is unlocked. And to further show you the power of getting creative with our angles, here's another sniper run back in customs. I'm headed into two-story dorms, one of my favorite spots to snipe at. It's such a CQB heavy area that not many expect the sniper out here. What I like doing is setting myself up in the second floor of two-story dorms while taking angles on three-story dorms, where most of the action's at. At this point of the raid, I've already heard a ton of grenades and gunshots go off in the three-story building. So at this point, we're already in our setup phase, as I've acquired a potential target. Right now, I'm figuring out which windows I'll be looking through for some snipes. That was Rashala, this map's scav boss, so I had to take down immediately because AI have laser beam aim through these windows. But that's huge info, meaning we're going to get a ton of players coming in for that Rashala loot. But yeah, patience is like the biggest start. Is the biggest start when it comes to sniping in this game. Let's not get into Rashala's way. There's another angle I wanna get to, which is this end angle is pretty good for metal stairs, for catching people getting metal stairs, but at the same time, sketchy. What's up, Premier? I think someone's under me. But I was gonna... Oh, shoot. Someone just opened the third... Someone just opened the end door. This is the main problem when sniping in two-story dorms. It's having company come up close and personal. But that's where our secondary comes in handy. We got someone on my floor here. That's why I like this window. A lot of players have their guard down in three-story dorms, not expecting anyone to be holding from my side. They're tunnel visioned and laser focused on players running around three-story and Rashala when he's there, like in this raid, giving me virtually free snipes in the process. A big part of finding your own angles is thinking, where would people least expect me? And sometimes hiding in plain sight could be the answer. After soaking in this victory, I hear a suppressed shotgun outside my building, which seems to be approaching three-story dorms. So I take another sneaky angle that most players don't expect. Sounds like players are on that, favoring that side. That might be the guy who opened my door, honestly. Shotgun outside. We have to be careful though. This right here is one of my favorite secret angles from this building. I have a clear visual of the main stairs of the building across on every floor, and no one expects to get shot through these windows. I don't want to get aimbotted. These are the stairs. These windows are the stairs windows. Someone threw a grenade. We might be able to see a player through this window here, second floor. So we'll stay patient. And after only a full minute of waiting, I get a sign of life. I'm trying to get lucky and see if I could see the player hang around this window in front of me here, which is... Oh, there it is. There it is. My arms, though, are effed. Okay, we see him. Let me just get my arm stamina back. Okay. He's gonna go up. We might be able to still get him in third. Shoot, my arm stamina is really horrible right now. Stay patient. I might have to just try to attempt to kill him with no arm stam. Man, I really need my arm stamp. It's so hard. Prone, you're not wrong. A prone might work, but I could only see third, which is not bad. Oh, there. I see him. I see him. One sec. One sec. Oh, his head's down. I'm not going to take the shot because if I do, he's going to panic and we're going to lose him. Just wait for him to... There we go. Oh, he survived. Oh, he stayed. He survived my first headshot and stayed. Another player here. Player to my right. Player scav. 2 clean snipes in a single raid as a result of everything we've learned so far today. Patience, enjoying the stock, and getting creative with our angles. Leading us to our last, but definitely not the least lesson of the day. Not everything is gonna go your way. Even if you've mastered it all, there are some things that are just out of your control. You're not gonna win them all. Like in this engagement where a duo finally finds me in 2-story dorms. When my position is compromised as a sniper, the goal is to skip to step 4 immediately and keep repositioning until I can carefully reset back to step 1 and reacquire my target. Rashala's here, man. Let's see if I can get a snipe on these guys. Somehow, some way. We're gonna cross here. They still think I'm in there. I felt like I played this sequence beautifully because I successfully snuck out of 2-story without their knowledge and got a reverse angle on them from the 3-story building. Although after scanning for a minute or so, I couldn't see them. That's until I heard them rotate my way. They're making a run for it. Shut up, bro. They just opened the door. Second guy's coming in. They're both here. I'm waiting for him to like go up. I'm thinking we switch back to 2-story. That's ideal. And then try to get an angle from there. Come on, come on, come on. I safely make my way back to 2-story and into my favorite sniper angle. And after just about a minute, I see something. There it is. This honestly felt amazing. The repositioning worked out, but the job isn't done. After I took the first one down, I waited for a couple more minutes for the second one to pop out, but I never saw him. So I crossed back to 3-story, hoping to clear out the building up close and personal. Then found myself in a situation that I didn't want to be in. A third party comes in, then chaos ensues. It sounded like this guy was trying to go for a flank, so I went for a reposition to counter it. I think he's flanking. Oh, where the hell? Wait, was he prone? Only to find the initial duo partner we were looking for, guarding his buddy's dead body, mag dumping me into oblivion. So we did end up finding him, just not in our terms. But this is gonna happen. No matter how much you think you've figured things out, there will always be things out of your control or mistakes you'll be making along the way. It's all part of the journey. Like in this raid where I already heard the info that there are players across me, But instead of being patient and looking for a good angle, I stood out in the open trying to flick into a headshot, which led to my death. Oh, it's two. GG. But in every loss, there's always a lesson to take away. Could I have been more patient? Maybe a better angle to explore. Or maybe it wasn't my fight to pick. Maybe it's a better decision to disengage and take the survive home, which I have done many times. Because sometimes all you need is that little win. Like in this raid, for example, after I dropped this player who was part of a 4-man squad, I made a really long flank to the other side of the house, only to find out by the time I finished my flank, the squad has moved on and left the vicinity. But that's okay, I took that one snipe home with pride. Or in this raid, where after 3 PMC kills, I went on to loot my winnings, only to find out there's a 4th. But instead of trying to wipe the 4th, I took what I could and went home with a half bag of loot and a solid survive. We don't always have to hit a home run every single sniper raid. Enjoy the wins, big or small, and have fun with the journey where sniping takes you. If you want to see how I apply all this sniper knowledge, you won't want to miss this nerve-wracking adventure right here. Thank you to our patrons, Yang Fluffy Hamster, Blossom, Smotty, Lightning Deathbringer, Tim Bidador, and Kieran.